were fortunate to have received a pilot grant from the NET Research Foundation to examine biomarkers of response to cabozantinib in patients with neuroendocrine tumors. And this work will build on the observations that we made in a phase 2 trial that was conducted at Dana-Farber Cancer Institute and Mass General Hospital. And we were encouraged by the responses that we seen. We saw responses in patients with both carcinoid and pancreatic neuroendocrine tumors, and in patients who had received multiple lines of prior therapy before. Cabozantinib, just like sunitinib, also targets the VEGF receptor, but it also targets MET. And there is preclinical data to suggest that MET activation may be important for neuroendocrine tumor growth. So by knowing and identifying some of these predictive biomarkers, whether it be levels of soluble MET. So if we found that patients who had high soluble MET levels had a better outcome by using cabozantinib, that might be something that would change direction and help with treatment selection in the future. And I say that that's the one important piece for many of the treatments that we have in neuroendocrine tumors, is we've not had a predictive biomarker that can help us to select treatments that will or may not work as well in certain patients. So hopefully if we find a signal for cabozantinib in the phase 2 trial, we'll be able to, in a larger study, see if that validates. I envision cabozantinib not necessarily as a first-line treatment. For many patients with neuroendocrine tumors, using a somatostatin analog will remain a first-line therapy. But I do see it as something to consider at the time of progression. I think any new agent that we have that can extend the lives of our patients with neuroendocrine tumors is a major development. So that's, I think, one very great promise with any new agent that we have, is that we're extending the life of all of our patients, and that's our main goal. NETRF, by having its focus primarily on neuroendocrine tumors, is able to mobilize patients, is able to mobilize researchers, all with that common goal of advancing the science and the care of patients with neuroendocrine tumors.